Adrena from Adrena's Heavy 916 and Alternative Life Solutions. I wanted to come at you all and to you all with a quick nuggets. I have this journal. It's called Goals, and I write in here more than just what my goals are. I study, I take notes, I write my thoughts down. Sometimes I vlog them, sometimes I don't, sometimes I write them down. I was thumbing through my journal and I saw some things that I wrote down. I didn't put a date on them. The first thing that I wrote down was, this is not the first thing I wrote down, but this is the first thing that actually, I thumbed across. And it's about having regard for yourself and having regard for your own happiness. And what I wrote is, the love that you have for your own self determines what you accept from others and how you treat others. I'm gonna say it again. The love you have for your own self, it determines what you accept from others and how you treat others. All of our situations are different. Ponder on that. The second thing I wrote down is about tolerating disrespect. Tolerating disrespect from others it relates to that first one. It is a clear indication of what you feel about yourself. When you tolerate disrespect from other people, it is a clear indication of how you feel about yourself. You have to love your own self. Sometimes, some of us, it is hard for us to compartmentalize some people out of fear of what they may think, they may say. You may be dependent on them, either financially or emotionally, or maybe you're living in their house and they're providing a roof over your head. You feel like you have to take it. When you do that, you are lowering your self-esteem, you are lowering your self-worth, you are dumbing yourself down because the way that you feel about yourself, because you're tolerating disrespect because you feel like you have to. But here's what I want to tell you today. You have to do what scares you until it doesn't. And I promise you that at the end of it all, everything is going to work out. But you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't take the step forward to remove yourself from toxic situations and relationships, you're never gonna know. You're never gonna know what's on the other side. But what you know right now is that the situation that you're in is not good for you. It's not good for you. And you're only doing it because you are in survival mode. And survival mode is it is human. It is human to be in survival mode. So you got some choices to make. You have some choices to make. You have to step out on faith. I thumbed through some other pages and I came across another golden nugget that I wrote down for myself. And it's almost along the same lines about toxic people that are in your life. Toxic people who are manipulative. They manipulate your situation because they know that you think that you need them. So they manipulate you. They manipulate you because they look at you as being broken. And you know why they look at you as being broken? Because you look at you as being broken. And when you are broken, or you feel that you are broken emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, you exhibit those signs. And those, I've said it before. What is in you is going to come out of you. What comes out of you is going to be around you. So if you feel like you are, oh, woe is me, I'm broken, I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't have anywhere to go, I have to tolerate this disrespectful man, or I have to tolerate this disrespectful woman, then he or she is going to continue, if she or he is a toxic, manipulative person, they are going to use that to their benefit to get what they want out of you. But I'm here to tell you today that you're better than that. You're better than that, and you don't have to be fearful of the unknown, of the what if. I mean, literally, what is the worst that could happen? You're already in a toxic, manipulative situation. What is the worst that could happen? When you are disconnected from consciousness, spiritually, you have lost who you are. You've lost who you are. Your heart is open to the wrong type of spirits. Your heart is open to the wrong type of people. Your heart is open to the wrong type of situations and circumstances that you may find yourself in. And you start doing things that are not profitable. You start doing things that are not profitable for you because you feel like you have to take it, because you feel like you have no other options. You cannot heal your brokenness. Listen to me very clearly. You cannot heal your brokenness with the thing or the person that you allowed to break you in the first place. One more time for the folks in the back. You cannot
allow the person or the thing that broke you to heal you.
It's not going to happen. You got to make up your mind. You have to change your mind. You have to step out on faith and change the way that you are doing. You're not going to change anything that you don't acknowledge. So if you don't acknowledge that a person or people or a place or situation put you in a place, or you put yourself in a place or in the presence of people or a person that has broken you, and you're looking for them to heal you, or you're looking for healing in that space or that same situation or with that same person or with those same people, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Because, human behavior is to replace one habit with another. And you have to recognize what your triggers are, and you have to face your trauma. That's what I mean when I say, like, change your mind. You have to change your mind. You have to change your mind and recognize what your triggers are that's causing you to relive the trauma that that you experienced, whether it's your childhood or whether it was something recent in your adulthood. You have to remove yourself from those situations. You have to remove yourself from those people. You have to change your mind, and you have to know that everything at the end of the day is going to be okay. And it may get worse before it gets better, but I promise you, it's going to get better. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else is going to believe in you, especially your abuser. Let me tell you something about changing your mind. When you change your mind and you decide you're going to do something different, sometimes the reset button is to default back. So let's say you're in an abusive relationship with a man or a woman, and you change your mind and you say, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, and then you move on with your life, and things are not going so great, and then they come back around and they offer you something that you know you could probably use at that time, at that moment. Your reset default is to go back. It is to go back because it is called your default temperament. Your temperament. Let me read to you what I wrote down about temperament. According to psychology, is an aspect of your personality concerned with emotional dispositions and reactions and their speed and intensity. In other words, it is your prevailing mood, your prevailing pattern of a person, your mood and your pattern. Patterns are comforting. It is your comfort zone because you know it. It's like a remote control. You have this remote control you've been using for your TV for so long, and then you switch from one provider to another, and then you have this new remote control, and you're like, well,
man, where's the buttons at? The volume button is on the side, and it's frustrating.
It's frustrating. And you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I want my old remote back because that's what I'm used to. But let me tell you, keep on keeping on. Learn the new way. Learn the better way. Learn the new remote. You will get used to it, and it will become like second nature. Toxic, dysfunctional conditioning relates back to two things. Either it was your training of how you was brought up as a child, or it was due to some trauma that life landed you in that category. So one of two categories: your training or your trauma. These are my notes. So, excuse me if I sound choppy, and I hope I am making sense as I'm trying to read back my own notes. It looks like I switched over and started writing something else on a different day about relationships. When you're in a relationship, why do you believe that this is what you deserve if it's a toxic relationship? Because it's rooted in unhealthy desires. It is rooted in unhealthy desire. I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there because I think I changed subjects about 3 times. But what I want you to get out of this, having regard for your own being and your own happiness and the love that you have for yourself. It determines what you accept from others. It determines how you treat other people. And tolerating disrespect from other people is a clear indication of how you feel about yourself. You have to change your mind. Change your mind. You're not going to change anything that you do not acknowledge. I believe that deep down inside, you know that you are not okay. And you are afraid to do something about it. But I'm here to tell you today that there is a way of an escape. You just gotta look for it. These are golden nuggets from Adrena. Adrena Table 916 and Alternative Solutions. I love you. Have a blessed day, morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in the world. Talk to you later. Bye.